Hey everybody, 3KO Games here. Thanks for tuning into the channel today. Another hero review in Empires and Puzzles today. I am a day late. I am late to the party, everybody, but we've got a new hero in the Untold Tales summon, and we've got some new costumes to look at in the costume portal. So let's jump in and look at Hreidmarr. There she is, with a big staff spewing some smoke. She's got a very rotten orange there that's like smoking and whatever, something like that. No, not Regin. Thank you. Hreidmarr is a 5-star purple wizard, so wizards get that chance for Jinx, additional a chance for additional damage per each extra buff on the enemy team. Okay. More important than that, though, is this family and passive bonus, which are really nice for everybody from the Nidavellir realm. This family gets a molten core every time they receive damage. So, well, let's go here first. That molten core activates every time the character's special skill is cast and gives the all enemies corrosive burn for 3 turns. When it's fully charged, that's 422 burn damage per turn, and lowers the target's defense by 10% each turn. And it deals extra damage against heroes with minions or a mega minion. That's pretty great. The other passive here is that this hero herself has an innate resistance against burn and gains 450 boosted health and 5% mana each time they resist. That 5% mana will be very important with her because of her slow speed. Slow speed special skill. Let's first look at stats. 1165. Thank you, SG. Congratulations. You have kept 3 or 4 heroes in a row at 1165 team power. And I think that's great. Let's differentiate the heroes, by their special skills. Make them much different by their speeds and their special skills. And let's slow down the power creep. Next time that Untold Tales comes around, then we can bump up to 1166. But not every day. We still want these heroes, but we just can't keep up with the power creep. So this is great. Anyway, her team power is 1165, and it's pretty balanced. 1141 attack, 1170 defense, and 2237 on health. If you double limit break her, she gets a counterattack ether talent, which is okay. It's not a huge counterattack. I think it's 60%. I've never been afraid to just hit into that. If you take a big sniper against her, that's not smart to do in the first couple turns. But that's that. Let's read about this special skill now. Dwarven King's Levy. Slow speed. So, attacks all enemies with a Firestorm strike, dealing up to 2100 damage, and deals 40% more damage if the target is of the nature element. This special skill never misses its targets. Okay, never miss. 2100 damage, which is really 1050 damage if you don't have any growth or wither. Remember that this damage scaling is not about attack up or defense down. That won't do anything to affect her. It's just growth and wither. So you have growth on your attack, they have wither on their defense, and it'll increase up to 2100. You have nothing, it'll be a 1050 strike against everybody, which is, a third of their health. Or more than a third of their health. Third of their health if they're really max power. Which is pretty good. I like that we are ganging up on nature element heroes, same way that the owls all ganged up on the holy heroes, even, regardless of their color. Even if they were a holy hero, they're still ganging up on holy heroes. This realm is all ganging up on the nature heroes. So there's that. Next bullet point here, the caster steals generated mana of all enemies over 4 turns starting low and increasing every turn until on the last turn all generated mana is stolen. This effect can't be cleansed, but it gets removed if the caster is defeated. All right, this is an old-fashioned Hell type mana steal. I think Hell had that mana steal, starting low and increasing. Um, I never loved the starting low and increasing, but I've seen it used to great effect, and I've had it used against me to great effect. So I shouldn't frown on it too much. And then at the end of each turn, she steals the latest dispellable buff from all enemies and distributes them randomly among allies for 4 turns. Okay, so this lady is dealing a massive whopping strike against all, stealing mana for 4 turns, and stealing buffs for 4 turns. It's a great package. In Rush War, I think she will be a beast. I think could be a wonderful tank because, oh my gosh, you're going to just activate her, and now she's stealing mana from your whole team. You can't have any buffs going, and she just hit you for a whole lot of damage. She would be hard to go up against as a tank in Rush War. In regular wars, is she enough to change the tide of the game to justify the slow speed? Maybe. I think she's a great hero, especially Rush War. Outside of that, if you're looking for another purple hero, if you got room for it, or another purple slow hero, I think she's very, very strong. But that's that about Hreidmarr, everybody. I have no pulls in that portal, so I can't show you how I'm going to get Dawa. Sorry. In the costume summon, we have glass costumes for Sartana and for Azlar. I can talk about those really quick. So the original was 205 damage to all, 858 burn damage. We went to Tune and we did 355 damage, 819 burn damage, and condensed to 3 turns, and extra damage against nature. We've increased both the burn damage and the overall attack. 365 damage to all enemies here with the glass costume, and 876 burn damage over 3 turns. We lose the extra damage against nature, but we gain attack bypasses defensive buffs. So that seems like a fair trade-off there. And of course, you get this whopping costume bonus that's just insane. 70, 70, 75, and 5. And the passive on these glass costumes is a 60% chance to reflect status ailments back to the attacker. It's kind of a toss-up whether that's going to happen, but when you go against them, you want to be a little careful whether you fire ailments at them or not. But I think the concession they made then is that this bypassing defensive buffs is a rather recent addition to the glass costumes. So there's Azlar, great hero, was a great hero, especially in Rush, and now with glass costume making him even stronger. Whether you want to use the Tune or the glass costume, those stats will be crazy. Same thing with Sartana here. Let's look at the original. 452 damage to the target, 738 poison damage. Tune boosted both of those, 530% damage to the target, 849 poison damage over 3 turns, so they condensed that and extra damage against Holy. The newest costume, 540. What was this one? Oh, yeah, so it is a little higher. Damage to the target, 903 poison damage over 3 turns. We lose the extra damage against Holy, but we get the attack bypassing defensive buffs. And I won't go over the costume bonus or the passive on this one because it is the same. I think these glass heroes are awesome. I have neither Sartana nor Azlar, even in their original card leveled up. So I'm going to save my pulls until hopefully I've got a couple featured that I actually have some costumes for. Like if we get Domitia and June featured, I will go all in on keys because I have both of them at Tune level. That would be amazing. But right now, man, if you're just pulling these for the first time, It's just going to be such a long road to level up all 5 heroes, the original and 4 costumes. It's a lot. But if you land one of them and you're willing to put the time and the effort in, they will be fantastic. So good luck if you're doing some pulls. Let me know down below what you think about any of these heroes, or if you have any luck in your summons. And thanks for checking out the video, everybody. We'll see you next time.